Motor lungs have slowly been coming back to the forefront of vaping over the past 12 months, but most of them have not quite lived up to the mark. Now Naturevape, a well-known vendor here in the UK, has teamed up with a well-known manufacturer over in China called EHPro to bring us the true MTL RTA. Could this be the one we're all looking for? Well, let's find out. Yes, so guys, I'm back. Finally back in the review saddle. Back with another review for you guys. Now, I've had one shitty month. I've had health issues, some technical issues, studio issues, you name it, I've had it. But I've fought through it and I'm back with another review. And first of all, Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope everyone's got their Christmas sorted and ready to go. I'm pretty much done. Got a bit of food shopping to do, but that's about it. And that's me ready, settled, all good to go for Christmas. So, up for review today is this, the true MTL RTA by EHPro and Naturevape. Give you a quick look at it. There she is. Very nice, sleek, stubby looking, 22mm RTA. Very nice. Maybe looking to pick one of these up. It's going to set back around $23.99 here in the UK. Over on Naturevape's own website, naturevape.co.uk, and that's exactly where I picked mine up from. So as for specs on this thing, it's a 22mm single core RTA. It has a GTA style raised deck. It has a clamp post system. It holds 2mm with the straight glass, which is obviously TPD compliant. And it also holds 3mm with the included bubble glass. And as it stands, at the minute, they're mainly coming in stainless steel, which I thought was only going to be stainless steel, but judging from the pictures behind me, I'm going to do one in black and blue. So let's have a quick vape on this little puppy. I've got a normal Clapton coil in here with a 26 gauge core, only in at 0.96, and I've got it set at 15.5 watts. Give it a vape. Now I've got the airflow set on the last but one biggest, which is I think is the 1.6mm, and that's giving me a cracking mouth along where I like it to be. So let's dive down to the close cam and show you the packaging and the box and all that good shit. And I'm also going to do the build and wick. So this is what the packaging for the true MTL RTA looks like. Clearly marked EHPro and Naturevape at the top. True name. Some TPD bollocks on there. On this side we have the websites for EHPro and Naturevape. A barcode which clearly marks the states SS, stainless steel. EHPro on that side. Some social media and a security scratch check on that side. True on that side. And on the back it's got a little warning. And some more TPD bollocks. So let's get this opened up. You obviously get the RTA. You get a 3ml bubble glass in this box, which I've ripped to shreds, trying to get the stuff out. As you can see, it's incredibly difficult for people with big fingers to get it out. You have a bag of Muji cotton, a little piece of Muji cotton, and another bag containing some O-rings, spare power screws, screwdriver, and also this had 2 pre-built coils in, which I've used already. And underneath you've just got some documentation. User manual, warranty card and certificate of authenticity, or quality control sticker, whichever you want to call it. Give this put away. And let's take the RTA out of the locker. And there she is. So, as you can see. Let's do some measurements. Top to bottom, not including the drip tip or the 510, is 30.3. With the drip tip and 510, you're looking around about 46mm. And side to side, you're looking just under 22mm. And the inner bore of the drip tip is 4.3mm, 4.4mm, and that does go all the way down. 4.6, that does go all the way down through the chimney onto the deck at the same diameter. Start with the top. On the top you got this nice acrylic 510 drip tip, double O-ringed. You got this nice top plate on the top, which is swivel. Big juice flow openings to get your gorilla bottles in and stuff, and then it will actually fit in there. Catch cup for your drip tip. Coming down, you've got some really nice engraving. Excuse me, which does match up with the airflow ring as well. Coming down, you've got your true logo engraved, beautifully engraved into the chamber. I think that's really subtle. It looks really nice. Coming down, you've got your airflow ring, stopper on each side, and you've got 5 airflow settings. Starts with 1mm, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6 and 1.8. And this does actually come off for cleaning purposes. And on the bottom you got designed by EHPro and Naturevape, and it's nice to see a serial number. Gold plated 510 pin, but it doesn't protrude enough for me to say it could be used on a hybrid. Not that you'd want to use this on a hybrid, but some people might, but it's not safe in my opinion. Let's unscrew the deck. Look at that in a minute. Pop off your glass. There's your Pyrex glass. As I said, you also get the 3ml rubber glass. This is only 2ml for TPD compliance, obviously. There's the inside of the chamber, domed, smooth, very nice, small, compact and condensed. Threading is beautiful. No burrs or scratches. Cleaned up really nice. Lovely jubbly. Single O-ring for your tank. Right, let's check this deck out. There's the deck, single core deck. It is a GTA style as it's raised up off the deck look. And it's similar to the Berserker Mini, only this is a clamp style deck. You unscrew the screws and the clamps lift up and you pop your lead under either side. Good system, works well. There's your airflow in the middle. And you use wicking ports on each side. Very nice. That's pretty much it, guys. Let's get this built back up. Pop your tank on like so. Get your deck and just. I will say that when you're building this, your leads have to be cut really short, because it does have a tendency to catch on the chamber because of how small and condensed this deck is. It's pretty much the same with any deck. What's this small? The best thing I can suggest is when you cut your lead, is unscrew the screw just enough for it to be loose, and then pull the lead in slightly and tighten it back up, and you should be okay. That's what I've been doing and it's been working. Screw your deck back up. Grip tip, and there she is. So let's adjust this camera, get it built on with putting this. that was the up and close for the true MTL RTA. Now let's move on to some pros and cons. Pro number 1 is the overall build quality and the fit and finish. You can tell it's been designed by somebody from way back when vaping first started, because it's got that element of retro to it, and it looks exactly like the RTAs of the old days used to look like, especially the iron ones, and that really appeals to me. One of the biggest parts of that Pro is the drip tip, and normally when I get an RTA or an RDA, the first thing I think of is changing out the drip tip to one of my comfortable ones. But with this, I've noticed I just got it, opened it up, built it, set it up, started vaping on it, and I didn't even think once about changing the drip tip because of how comfortable it is. And it does look pretty snazzy on top of this RTA. But mainly the drip tip is really comfortable. Pro number 2 is the top fill. It's a really nice swivel top fill on this. Now you don't normally see them. Normally you see a screw top fill, and it's nice to see this kind of top fill once in a while because it really works well. You just turn it, open it up, dump your juice in, and turn it to lock it back. It's really nice and simple, and it's effective. Pro number 3 is the condensed chamber and deck. It's a really nice deck. It's got a really condensed chamber and it's all enclosed, and it gives very nice flavour once you wick it correctly. Which leads me on to another pro, and that's flavour. Flavour on this, if you wick it correctly, that is absolutely astonishing. It's really good, mainly because of how small it is. The core is really close to your mouth. That is one of the things that makes good flavour. The airflow is good, which gives you good flavour, and overall the flavour is, I'd say, 7, 8 out of 10. And the last pro has got to be the price. For $23.99 you're getting a really solid RTA, and it does exactly what it says it's supposed to do. It is a true mouth-to-lung device. You get a really good mouth-to-lung off it. That's nice. I can close that down to the lowest airflow setting, which is 1 mil. That is super tight. Very nice. And I can also open it up to the fullest, which is the 1.8 mil, and you get a still cracking mouth along, albeit a bit open. But you can also give it a direct along, although it's pretty restricted. You can still get a restricted direct long. As you can see. So pretty versatile in the old airflow department, and that is one of the pros as well. It's very good. It's a really good solid RTA altogether. Now, as with any device on the market these days, it's not going to be absolutely perfect. I did find a couple of cons with these guys, and the first con is going to be the wicking. It's really tricky to wick on these guys. If you're a beginner, you're going to struggle because the tolerance on the wick is so tight that you can tip either way really quickly. If you put too much wicking, you get dry, flavourless vape. Not burnt, but you can tell it's dry. And if you put just that little less wicking, you get leaky and gurgly. So you've got to get that wicking spot on to get the perfect mouth-to-lung vape. If you look at the way I wicked it in the buildy part, then you'll see that I cut the wicks, I fluff them up, and then the bottom part of the wick I push down into the channel, and the top part I snipped off flush. so that only that bottom tail sitting in the wick channel. And I found that that is a really good, effective way to wick this RTA. Now that was going to be the only con, but I did come up with another con while I was building it in the buildy part, and that is, I did say at the end of the up and close that you have to cut the leads really short, close to the clamps, otherwise it shorts out on the chamber. What I discovered was happening was, because I was using a Clapson core with a 26 gauge core, which is pretty thick, when you put it underneath the clamp and you tighten the clamp down, it puts the clamp on the piece, and when I was screwing that into the chamber, what was happening, because the clamp was on the piece, it was touching the side wall of the chamber and shorting out. And it took me a good 15 to 20 minutes to work that out. So obviously, for any novice, they're not going to realise what's going on and they're going to get in a mess like I did. So it's got to be marked as a con. The solution I found was anything less than 28 gauge, put underneath the screw. If you look on the clamp, there is actually cutouts either side of the screw. Now I imagine that is what they designed it for. Anything thick, less than 28 gauge, put underneath the screw and pull around and put a flush. Anything above 28 gauge underneath the clamp. So it's got to be marked as a con. It was going to be a caution, but it's got to be a con. So the big question of the day is, can I recommend this device? And the big answer is yes. Obviously I'm going to recommend it because I personally am into my mouth and lungs, and I've discovered this is one of the best out there at the minute. I'll go as far as to say this is better than the Berserker Mini, because since I've had this I haven't even touched that, and I prefer the looks of this retro looking style over the Berserker Mini's futuristic looking style. So it's definitely one for me. I can see this being popular with the high-end crowd. I can see this looking really sweet on one of them high-end mods. So no doubt they'll pick it up pretty quickly. So that's it for this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. And remember, smoking kills, choose life. Merry Christmas to everybody. If I don't see you before, I hope you have a good one. See you guys.